Paige hit me in the head, because he was the one holding the gun over me.
So how did this all end? What happened?
I was gonna die.
They killed him?
That was my last breath.
This video contains the interview of a man who was forced to watch as his childhood friend was murdered. Peter Tournay had been friends with Hoyt Birge since they were young boys. They continued to hang out together throughout adulthood. And when Burge asked Tournay to go with him to Paige Vowell's home to buy prescription drugs, he didn't think anything of it. When they arrived, they were ambushed by Paige Briggs, Patrick Boraine, David Howard, and Stanley West. Paige Briggs was also known to sell meth and marijuana out of the same house. Tournay submitted immediately, while Burge fought back as he was pummeled and then shot during the fight. Panic set in, and there was a scramble to clean the scene and figure out what to do with Burge's body and Tournay, of whom the four men are charged with kidnapping and carjacking. After Burge was shot, his body was wrapped in plastic and put in the trunk of Tournay's mother's car, which was found parked at the U Club apartment complex on Woodward Avenue. Boraine and another suspect drove the Toyota Camry to several locations, taking Tournay to his mother's house, where they told him to get money and come back. It was then Tournay ran inside and alerted the Leon County Sheriff's Office to the shooting. Hours later, detectives found the car under a cover, which Boraine said he'd purchased after Burge was killed. They noticed blood on the rear bumper of the car and forced the trunk open.
Peter. Peter. You up? Hey, can I get you to sit in that seat for me? Peter. Hey man, can I get you to sit in that seat for me? You alright? You good? Mm-hmm. Alright. Switch seats to me so I can write on this table for me. You get up? Hey, who said something about Jefferson County? Peter. Who mentioned something about Jefferson County? Can you talk?
Yeah.
Alright. You cold?
Tournay's behavior is from a combination of the drugs in his system, injuries, and from the shock from the events he has recently gone through.
You need some water? Alright.
Yeah. Water?
Yeah. What? Alright, go on and sit in that seat for me. I'll be right back with some water.
Okay.
Get you some water. You good? What's wrong? What are you feeling? Alright. Hey, sit on over there. Let me sit there so I can write. This your clothes?
Yes, sir.
Alright, we'll put them on the chair. Alright, my name's Paul. I'm going to actually introduce myself. You good? I mean, you cold? What's going on, man? What can I do to help you out?
What's going on? Cold.
What can I do to make you feel better? Take a swig of this water. That might help. Alright, so I want to try and figure out what happened last night. What I do want to ask you real quick, just clarify some stuff we know kind of off the bat, but there was some mention of Jefferson County and taking, some people going to Jefferson County. Is that something that you were told? How did Jefferson County get thrown in the mix? Do you know anybody over in Jefferson County, Monticello area?
That's where
Okay. Let's start with this. Give me a quick rundown of what happened last night. Where'd you go last night?
the school thing.
What school thing?
We went to a sidebar that I guess refill.
The what?
Refill? I don't know what they're called.
You said it was a bar?
No. I'm trying to think.
Alright, so who were you with last night? You remember who you were with?
I was with, Derek.
Who's D is Derek?
D.
Is that Derek? Or is Derek a different guy than D?
D and Derek, I mean, they're two different things, of course, but, I had 47, you have spaces and stuff.
47 what?
Yeah, you have spaces and...
Spaces?
I don't really know how to, until you get your wall.
Where's D live at?
Tournay struggles to answer questions, but given his near brush with death, it is completely understandable.
D stays over there by Lake Ella,
Where's Derek live at?
he lives over there off of... I don't think he said anything wrong.
Hmm?
I said, I don't think he said anything wrong.
No, where does Derek live at?
Wait. So was that? Derek.
You have Derek's last name? Okay. Where alright. Where do you live?
There's an obviously I was a friend and she was at 1253.
On what street?
I said, no shit, I know it's the Walden.
And who lives there? What girl lives there?
their friend.
Whose friend?
Court's friend. I mean, I don't know.
Who's Court?
They're the courts, like if I was going somewhere, the guy, hey, they're gonna follow me, and I said, oh, she will follow me too over there. And he asked, how do you got rich you?
Okay. Do you drive?
Yes, I do drive.
What kind of car you got?
Toyota Camry.
What color is it? You remember what color it is?
Like
the outside paint color on the Camry. You know what color? Silver?
I mean, silver.
Is there anything cool about it? Anything unique about it? Tints? Do you have rims on it? Any stickers on it?
I think I can remember any stickers.
You ever crash it? Is there any damage to it? Scratches or dents?
Yeah, there is. To the vehicle, yes.
What's damaged on it?
I know the vehicle, what do they call it? Like, it's not sand lot, but it's a lot. You know, I wouldn't say it was for a friend. Then it couldn't be like if it's video. That's video I've seen was before you leave the take off team before you leave it. I mean, I can tell you, friends because my no, bless you.
Were you driving the Camry last night?
Which, I mean, drove for a little bit, probably.
Okay.
I think maybe I kept.
Was anybody in it with you?
Me personally, I didn't see anybody, but.
You didn't see anybody?
I mean.
Did you let anybody else drive it?
Let them?
Yeah.
I didn't let them.
Where's the Camry at now?
I have no idea.
Who took it? Where's the last place you saw it?
In the house.
Was that your house?
My parents' house, or.
Okay.
Although more than willing to answer the questions, Tournay struggles to do so clearly. Some of the events have to be somewhat blurry in his mind, while the more horrific aspects make it difficult to focus on anything else.
Whatever I consider it, I mean, because I consider it my parents' house. I consider it my parents' house. I mean,
Okay. Well, where's the last place you saw the Camry?
I want to say it's bathroom.
It's the
Looking
what?
forward in the bathroom, looking forward to going to the stage, or what do they call it? I saw it in the bathroom,
Your vehicle, the Toyota Camry.
Yes.
Where'd you last see it? When's the last time you drove it?
I drove the car. No, I didn't drive last time, because there's a person who was waiting over outside. Oh.
You good?
Yeah.
You tired? You coming?
I'm starting to get tired.
Okay. I'll tell you what, if you can, drink the rest of this water.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna step out for a minute. You don't have to chug it, just drink it, just get some fluids in you. I'll be right back in just a minute, alright?
Okay.
Just keep drinking it. You'll feel better once you get some fluids in you.
Yes, sir.
You drink that water?
Some of it.
Alright. who's Hoyt?
Hoyt
Yeah.
is, how can you say it? Hoyt's I don't know if he knows D&M.
Hoyt doesn't know who?
D&M.
Okay.
I mean,
Were you with Hoyt last night?
for a little bit.
For a little bit? Where'd you see him?
I saw him at the house that where he lives, where he excuse me, sorry.
Where's Hoyt now? What happened?
Killed him.
They killed him? Who's they?
A group of fucking pieces of shit they were.
Where did it happen at?
Supposedly, I guess it's, I don't know. Technically, I don't know, I've never seen paperwork, but it's supposed to be Josh's house.
Who's Josh?
Not Josh, Paige.
Paige?
Yes.
Okay. How did you get to Paige's house?
I drove.
You drove?
I drove.
What'd you drive?
Toyota Camry.
Okay. What time did you get there?
Oof, get there. To be honest about the time, I don't know. I want to say it was sometime, it was sometime between, I'd be between 11 and 12, between that time.
Was anyone with you?
We came to,
Yeah, when you got to Paige's house, was anybody with you?
yes,
Who were you with?
D, we call him D.
Do you know his real name?
DeAndre or something. You know,
And how did you get with DeAndre?
I picked him up
Where'd you pick him up?
from the hotel he stays at, Days
Yeah.
Inn, by Appalachia and Capitol Circle intersection.
Okay. So, how did you end up at Paige's house?
I was talking to Hoyt, I was on the phone or something, hey, that phone, and, hey, Hoyt talks like, boy, you know, he's talking, and he's like, he wanted me to, I guess, he wanted to hang out and stuff, but like me personally, I don't really like hanging out with a bunch of different people, and it's just not my cup of tea. Like, I'm not like, I don't like to attract a bunch of attention. I don't like all that stuff.
Alright, so who invited you over to Paige's house?
Hoyt, I mean,
Hoyt did? Did he tell you what you're going to do over there? Like, what they wanted to do?
no, he was in on the phone, and everybody got a chance to even speak to him in person.
Alright. Well, look, you go by Peter or Pete? What do you want me to call
Whatever
you?
you're comfortable with.
You tell me what I want.
To me, it doesn't matter personally. My brother's name is Peter.
Do you like Peter?
To me, it doesn't matter.
I'll call you Peter.
Okay, that's fine.
Look, man, we want to find Hoyt
Me too.
find out what's up, okay?
Yeah.
So I don't care what you went over there to do.
Right.
All right, if you guys are going to do some dope, drinking, whatever,
Yeah, no.
just be honest with me.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, what were the plans when you got to Paige's? What were you guys going to do? I mean, are you guys going to sit down and watch a movie? You going to play cards or what?
I was just gonna. I don't know what their ultimate was. The whole reason for me was that I stopped by was just to say hello to Hoyt. Hey, how you doing? It's been a little while, a few weeks I've seen you. Because, you know, I used to see Hoyt pretty much, you know, on a regular, you know, and just the people he hangs out with, the crowd he brings, and I don't personally, I don't want to be around that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm simple like my mom. I just keep it simple. I didn't even realize it. So after it was started.
So what was Hoyt over there to do? Do you know?
I have no idea what he used to do.
Okay. So when you get over to Paige's house, where's Hoyt? Is he inside the house, outside the house, or something else?
No, when I got there, he wasn't even there yet.
Paige wasn't there yet, so
No,
you got there first?
Hoyt wasn't there yet.
That's, okay.
Yeah, Hoyt wasn't there yet. I mean, within a minute, he pulled right on, pulled up.
And
Hoyt did.
was Hoyt driving?
No, he was not.
Whose car was he in?
The light brown, I want to say, Ford Explorer. SUV, it was an SUV.
Whose car was that?
That was the one that, excuse me, that was the one that, Hoyt doesn't have a car, so I know it is.
Who was in it?
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
The reason I know it's Jimmy is because that's what they kept calling him, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy.
You know if Jimmy was driving or where Jimmy was sitting?
Jimmy was driving when I seen him.
Do you know Jimmy's last name?
I have no idea.
Do you know where he lives?
I've never seen him.
Is he white or black?
He's white.
How old did he look?
About my age, I'm saying.
How old are you?
33, around there. And because Hoyt's my age too. We're same year, same age.
So is Jimmy and Hoyt, anyone else with them? No one else, just them two?
Yeah.
Okay. So
You said Jimmy and
Hoyt?
Tournay doesn't know all of the people involved very well. For many of them, drugs are their only connection, and they don't interact often or at all outside of that experience.
I pulled up, it was me and Dee, and Hoyt pulls up, it was with Jimmy and the black guy.
Who's the black guy?
I don't know. I never seen him.
Okay.
And the reason I know Jimmy's name is because I kept hearing say, Jimmy, we're going,
Jimmy what? What were they saying?
I don't remember exactly what they were saying. I just remember them, well, Jimmy, I don't know what we're going to do, or something. I just remember them saying Jimmy, and he was responding.
Okay. So what happened after all you guys got there?
Hoyt wanted to go inside, and I was like, well, can my friend D come? I feel, I'm in an unfamiliar area that I'm not usually, I go to. I'm out of my zone because I don't do things like this, but it was Hoyt, I've known him for a long time. I didn't think none of it.
Okay, so did you go inside the house?
Yeah.
Who went inside?
Me and Hoyt were the only ones that went inside.
What about Jimmy and the black guy?
Jimmy and the black guy never went inside.
Did they stay outside? Did they ever get out of the car? The Explorer?
I want to say, if they did, not when I seen them.
Okay.
Because they ended up leaving, like the house, because I remember they were there. I got there, and then when I came out, they said they weren't even there.
Okay. So when you and Hoyt went inside, what did you see when you first walked inside?
I first walked in, I seen a female. It was like striped, like a bluish, like a blouse type shirt. Stripes, it was like blue, like dark blue.
Was she white or black?
She was white.
Do you know who she was?
So, as they were talking, it had to be Paige's girlfriend.
Was anyone else with her?
There's another girl in there too. I just don't remember her. I've never seen her before.
Was she white or black?
She's a white girl.
What did she look like?
Oof. Because she was just like, like it was, like she just looked out of place. Like, she was just like, oh, excited. I've never seen her before.
Did you talk to them at all?
Eventually after,
What you guys talk about?
I remember the girl telling the other girl, which was Paige's girlfriend, telling the other girl, like, man, you got, poop on your shoe or on your foot or something, because she had sandals and there was no socks or anything. I guess someone slipped in some poop or something, and you could see it was water, and then you could kind of smell it a little bit. But that's it.
What else did you guys talk about?
We really didn't have like a conversation. We were just
How long were you in there?
in the house from the time I stepped in to the time the house.
Well, what ended up happening with the girls, or what happened after you got inside the house?
When I walked into the house, and I walked in, this girl, Jimmy and the black dude, they weren't even inside. It was just, I walked in, I think Hoyt was already in, we were only a few seconds behind. And what I seen, I didn't recognize was a female. It was a female with this, the striped blue female, and then after that, I didn't think nothing of it. Excuse me. There's a few guys rushed out of the back room.
The officer still doesn't seem to understand that this wasn't a typical social event. Small talk was not a requirement. It might not have happened at all, and if it did, could very easily be forgotten once everyone was sober. Tournay wasn't there to get to know people, so it makes sense that he wouldn't know people, how they were all connected, or how everyone interacted around him.
And back after Hoyt.
Do you know how many's a few?
More than one. There's one, more than two. More than two, less than five.
More than two, less than five?
I just was in shock of seeing it. And I was like, there's no way, what? What's going on?
What did they, when they rushed out, what happened?
They attacked Hoyt.
They attacked Hoyt?
Mm-hmm.
Did they say anything to you?
There was Paige was the one saying something to me.
What did Paige say to you? Or let's back up. So Paige was one of the guys that rushed out. Is that correct?
Yeah, he had to because no one came to the front. They all came from the bedroom there.
Okay.
Bedroom
so did you recognize anyone else that came from the back that rushed out?
I personally didn't recognize anybody. So like after a while, I recognized one of the other guys that was there. His name was Patrick.
Patrick?
I don't know his last name, but I know that his name was Patrick because me, Burge, whatever his name was, and we were all in the same dorm, the same pod together.
What pod was that?
Me, Patrick, and
you remember what pod you guys were in?
It was the kitchen pod.
Kitchen?
Kitchen trustee. We're all kitchen trustees. We all slept in the same section.
Okay. When were you in jail?
This is. Yeah. I'm sorry, I've been up for a little while now. You said what pod were we in there?
Yeah.
The kitchen pod was, I want to say it's P.O.
No, I'm saying when were you there? What were you in jail for when you were there? You remember what you got arrested for?
I know I went to prison for it.
You went to prison for it?
Yeah.
So this isn't something like 2017 arrest. This is maybe a couple of years ago?
15.
2015?
I want to say. I was A-Life from October 2014 October until April.
Alright, so you, Paige, and Patrick were in jail from about November 2014 till April 2015?
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you guys were there together at some point? Alright, did you recognize anyone else that rushed out besides Paige and Patrick? You don't know anybody else? Did anybody say anything when they rushed out? Remember hearing any statements being made?
Not really. It was all jibber-jabber to me then. I mean, that was going on. I was still...
And when you said Paige said something, you don't remember what Paige said to you?
Yeah. The only thing he was saying to me was, get the fuck down, stay on the fucking ground. If you fucking move, I'll fucking shoot you.
Did you get down on the ground?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, that bitch is big. Those were big guns. I was scared to death, ain't gonna lie.
Did anybody attack you?
Yeah, I mean, after they basically got Hoyt was
How did they attack Hoyt?
We just came out of the room and just started, attacking, hitting him.
What did they hit him with?
I'm not even, to be honest, I don't know, they could have hit him with their pistols, multiple things, I don't really.
Did anybody hit you?
Yes.
Who hit you?
They said they did. I know Paige hit me in the head, because he was the one holding the gun over me. You got it?
What did Paige hit you with?
You see?
You need an ambulance to come check you out?
No, I told him I was okay.
Alright, you don't want to get checked out?
I could feel it rushing, Doug. I could feel the blood like when he said, phew. He just did one quick, phew.
What kind of gun was it?
It was a long barrel gun. It was a shotgun, I'm saying, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with guns. I don't mess with guns, man. That shit's scary.
Okay. So how did this all end? What happened?
I was gonna die. That was my last breath. I don't know how I'm alive, man. I just thought that was it. You mix those type of people.
Well, why did they stop attacking you?
They didn't. He hit me a few times because my best bet was to earn their trust and get on their side. That was my best bet. Or you're going to die. Because I was the only one there besides Lloyd.
So what happened to Hoyt?
Well, like I told the officers, same thing happened. Walked in. I was like, ah, dang, Hoyt, man, you got me way out here, man. I said, what are you doing? Then boom. Within a few seconds, they rush out the back and they're just attacking him. He's in shock too. He said, what the fuck? But as everybody talked out there, even afterwards, the whole reason, and the neighbor is even saying it during the reason those dudes came is Hoyt was supposed to rob them.
So this is what they were talking about?
Yes, this is what they were
Where
saying.
were you when they were talking about it?
Sitting right there in the living room.
You were sitting?
I was sitting. I was there in the living room. They were talking amongst each other.
Is that when you were did you already get hit at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Well, where was Hoyt when they were talking about this?
Talking about
When they were talking about Hoyt trying to rob him, where was Hoyt?
They were talking about he was already he was on the floor.
He was on the floor?
As soon as he basically got in there, within 30 seconds of him being in there, 20 seconds of him being in there, me being in there also, that's when they attacked him. And all you can hear was them screaming as they chased him around the living room.
Okay. Was Hoyt still screaming when they were talking about Hoyt trying to rob him?
Were they still talking when Hoyt? Not that I know.
Okay. So while they were talking, what happened?
There wasn't really no talking. It's simple. He came in and I said, Hoyt, man, you got me out of here. I said, man, I told you I had to be somewhere. And then boom, and that's when they came out the back. And then,
okay.
And I was.
So what ended up happening?
Basically, they were there for Hoyt. And all I'm thinking is, these bitches gonna kill me. They gonna kill me too. And when I seen Hoyt, they basically got him to the ground. I told the officers, I was sitting there and this is me basically the whole time. Once he got me down, this whole time. So this is all I can see. And all I was like this the whole time. I was like, please just don't pull the trigger, please, This is all I could see like this because I couldn't. Because every time I moved, it would make a little sound, Paige he hit me with his gun. He's like, did you fucking say anything? Did you fucking say anything? And I'm just trying to do whatever I can to stay alive.
So what happened to Hoyt?
I attacked him. Hoyt was basically running around, trying to do whatever he can, screaming, hollering, and they're hitting him. Hoyt isn't falling down on the ground. I'm already down on the ground. I can look because as I'm facing him this way, I'm facing. I can Hoyt's a few feet away. I can see it. I can see them hitting them. And I was like, man, it's kind of nippy out here, But first, there, Hoyt. I couldn't see because my head wasn't like this the whole time as I'm laying down, so I wasn't like that. You know, to be honest, I want to see as little as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I grabbed the gun from Patrick.
What kind of gun did Patrick have? Was it big or small?
It wasn't a handheld. I didn't really see it, to be honest, but it was a gun.
So he grabbed Patrick's gun?
Patrick's gun, and it went off. Boom. And that's all I heard. Everybody, and you know, when everybody heard that, they were just boom. You know, kind of spooked. And I thought I heard someone say, "I'm hit." I want to say it was.
When Tournay describes what happened, he admits that even if he had been able to watch, he wouldn't have done so, and tried to avoid seeing as much as he did. Watching your friend being murdered is traumatic, and most people would have done the same.
So they were hit.
I want to say it was Hoyt. Or, he's like, "I think I'm hit," and just kind of like, and that was the last I've heard of him. It's the last voice I heard from Hoyt.
Okay, what happened after the gun went off? What did everyone do?
Just start cussing amongst each other. I'm still on the ground with Paige. He's got the rifle over my head. He's hitting me. He's got it pressed in like this hard as he can. They were just in shock. They didn't know it to. Because they didn't. Yeah, of course, they like they didn't plan like Pete. You came in the wrong place at the wrong fucking time.
That's what they told you?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Paige.
Paige said that?
Paige said that. I mean, they said, you know, as they went on throughout the rest of the, the night, as they're, cleaning, doing whatever they're doing, trying to wash away whatever evidence or whatever they're trying to do. I just was like, I was just like this, like, wrong place, wrong fucking time, goddamn right.
So, what were they cleaning up?
They were cleaning. I seen the girl. They were Paige's girlfriend. Like Paige and them were still her. I'm sorry, I've been up for, I don't know how long I've been doing this forever. She was clean. I seen her clean the blood off the wall. I don't know if she had anything part of it, but to be honest, I mean, I would think that she would be allured. Why not? Because Hoyt always had a weakness for women. Mm-hmm. He loves his girls, and I think that she could have lured him in there. That's what I'm thinking.
Where did they bring Hoyt?
And I think that was like the bait or something. Like, I was just, innocent bystander type. Like, okay, we'll just use him. Mm-hmm. Wrong place, wrong time. And, but what was the question?
So Paige's girlfriend's cleaning blood off the wall. What did they do with Hoyt?
Body stayed there for a while, for a little bit, until they just put like all kinds of things wrapped up in like either towels, rugs, like a little white clear tarp, just whatever they could find. Really, he said there for a while as they discussed, what they're going to do, and they kept asking me, "Pete, you're not going to fucking say anything, are you? Pete, you're not going to fucking say anything, are you?" And up to the bro, I said, "No, I ain't going to say nothing, man. You know what I'm saying?" Yeah. I didn't think, it didn't matter anyways, I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to fucking live.
Uh-huh.
I said, this is it, man, this is fucking, I'm done. And they're like, "So do you know what happened?" And I was like, "Mm-mm. That's the key, survival. Whatever you can do to survive, do it." And that's what I did.
So, did anybody leave, or did anyone else come after Hoyt was shot?
Leave? Not that I remember.
Okay.
Not anybody leaving.
All right, so they wrapped the body up. What did they do after? Did they move the body, or is the body still in there?
No, they moved the body from where he was shot at and where he died at.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was his last breath or not. I'm not a medic.
Where did they move him?
They moved him to the backyard, right outside the back door.
Why did they move him to the backyard?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
To the back door, you said?
Back door. Like right outside, you go to the back door, it's the backyard, it's fenced in. I mean, he's within 10 feet from the entrance of the back door. And he sat there for a while.
And what did they do when he was out back?
I mean, they didn't seem like they were, the plan was off, like they didn't know.
What were they talking about?
They were saying, they said, I know that they've said comments like, "We didn't mean to shoot him, it wasn't like that." And Pete is not, we didn't come here to do that. It wasn't our job. And I'm just thinking back in my head, like, well, maybe you didn't, but at the same time, dude, you don't do that shit to people anyways. What do you fucking think's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head, like.
Okay, so what are they doing once he's outside?
They're just talking amongst each other, kind of going back and forth.
Did they ask you to do anything? Were you helping them with do anything?
They made me.
What do they make you do?
They made me carry. It was me. Cause the guy that had a mask, I want to say it was Corey or something. I think his name was Corey or something. I don't know for sure, but I heard him say the word Corey. I'm pretty sure. I'm not.
Tournay isn't absolutely sure about a few of the details, which is consistent with everything that was going on at the time, and the main focus of his attention being on survival.
100%. I want to say, he left. He had to leave during because I didn't see his face.
Like Corey?
Yeah, the guy that had a mask around his face during the whole time. A mask or like a bandana or just something that covered his face where you couldn't see his face.
Where did he go?
I don't know where he went, but I know that I didn't see him for a good amount of time. Then boom, he just kind of pops up.
Did anybody else leave?
I was trying to make no subtle movements. Not that I know of. I was just kind of, after a while, they were like, Sid goes.
They said what?
Sid goes, like he was looking at me shaking his head. They're like, I think he wants to live.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a man right here fighting for his life, basically doing anything he can just for survival. And that was my thought process, because I've seen, I watched Investigation Discovery and all that, and I like them shows, and I've seen where they gotta act like they're their friend, and and first opportunity I got though, I was away from everybody. Let it be known, like this did happen though. Hoyt doesn't deserve this.
So while he's outside, what else is going on? What's everyone doing?
Who's outside? They're just back and forth. Some are going in and out of the house. Some are going in and out the side, the entrance of the gate. I don't really know. Sometimes they kind of mumble things, and maybe they want me to know everything or something. I don't know.
Okay, so is Hoyt in the backyard right now?
No.
Okay. How did he move from the backyard?
They moved his body from the spot eventually after so long.
Who moved it?
What's his name? Sid helped. I know Sid helped move the body. Patrick. It seemed like what's his name?
How do you know Sid? That's the first time you said Sid's name.
Because I told the officers earlier, I said there's a black guy there, and they called him Sid.
Okay.
And I told them before, I said there's 4 of them.
How old was Sid?
I don't know. I want to say he's about my age because he seemed pretty mature. He seemed like he's done this before. Like he seemed like at ease, like just normal.
Okay. So who else moved the body besides Sid and Patrick?
Sid, Patrick.
Where do they move? Good.
I helped just because I had no choice. What am I saying? No?
Right.
Fuck. But I'm not going to sit here and lie, and then you find out later that
Where did you guys put the body?
In the trunk. Because it seemed like Paige didn't want to do, he didn't really do anything. He wanted to do all that.
So Paige was still there?
Yeah, Paige was still there, heck yeah.
Were the girls still there?
Not Paige's girlfriend, but the other girl who I've never seen before, I guess she ended up, disappearing.
So Paige's girlfriend was still there?
Paige's girlfriend, yes.
Okay.
She was the one who cleaned her stuff, because I remember seeing her clean the blood off the wall.
Was there stuff in the trunk? Did you have anything in the trunk?
Paige? Yeah, he went to my car, he's like, I took all your lining out, because I guess they were going to use it, because they asked me a question, they're like, what's in your trunk? And I was like, gas can, empty brand new gas can, and they're like, and he goes, so there's room. I said, yes. He's all right for using the fucking trunk. They're kind of piecing things together, it seemed like.
Did they take the liner out?
He says he did. That's what Paige said he did. He took the lining out, and from when I went.
Do you know where it went? When you put the body in the trunk, did you see the liner in there?
It was just blank, it was the steel, from the car,
the steel, the bare
that's
metal.
all I seen. All the lining was out and everything. It goes like this, and you get your spare.
Mm-hmm.
It's just empty.
Okay. So did you see the rug anywhere at the house?
I didn't. It could be in the backyard. Because they ended up moving my car from the way I pulled in to backing it up.
Where did they back it up?
Like to the gate, the gate where you can, I guess you can probably access a little easier.
What side of the house is that on?
It would be their house is, like say, I'm facing their house. This is on his right side. This is the other townhouse. It'd be on this side, like that side of the house. It was on their side, though, you know.
Mm-hmm. So once the body's in the trunk, what happened?
The killers asked Tournay if he was going to tell on them, giving him false hope that they were going to let him live. This is also, even if they are unaware of it, a way of justifying their choice to kill him, since he would be leaving them no other choice.
They're talking. I mean, basically, they're just talking amongst themselves. I don't really know what they're saying. Like, they're probably, it seems like they're thinking of what to do. Like, hey, what do we do next? Like, what the heck's the next plan? And it seemed like Paige had a pretty good insight of this and that.
What did Paige say they wanted to do? What was the plan?
I mean, sometimes Paige and them would walk, put away from me so I wouldn't hear exactly everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, their plan, it seemed to me like, I heard Patrick say something about, like, I don't know if he said to the extent, but I heard him say about, I seen him grab the little sawzall blades, and they were thinking about cutting them up.
Okay, so what happened to the Camry? Where did it go once Hoyt was in the back?
The Camry stayed there. It's my car. Eventually, after so long, they had him in there, had him in the trunk, and they sat there for a while, and they heard back and forth, like in and out of the front. What was the question? Sorry.
So what happened after he was in the trunk? Where'd you guys go? Where'd the Camry go?
Paige had his black Dodge truck, the 4-door, whatever. I think it was a 4-door. He had a black Dodge truck, and he was with the other guy, Corey. He didn't really say much.
So where did the Dodge truck left?
No, the Dodge truck was there. It was back into the driveway next to the dumpster, the opposite side, closest to the neighbor.
Okay. So would Paige and Corey stay at the house?
Yeah, they're staying.
Okay. Is the Camry still at the house?
No, the Camry's gone.
Okay. So
last time I got out the Camry by my.
Who got in the Camry?
Me, Patrick, and Sid. Sid drove. Sid says, "I'll drive. You sit passenger."
Okay. So when you guys left in the Camry, Paige's black truck was still in the driveway or no?
When we left with the Camry?
Yeah.
Because I knew they were sitting in the car. Like, Corey and Paige were sitting in the truck. Corey, I don't know who's, Corey, the guy with the mask or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that was covering his face, he was one sitting in the driver's seat. And Paige's girlfriend was sitting in the passenger seat.
And where's Paige?
Paige is kind of walking around delegating, Kind of like, it seemed like he was the boss of the whole thing, telling people, what to do, where to go, because, I mean...
Okay, did you ever see that truck leave while you were there?
Yes, I did.
Okay, who left with it?
I mean, it was everybody besides me, Patrick, and Sid. The
Okay,
other person was the girlfriend, Paige, and the dude, Corey.
So they all left with the truck. What did the truck look like?
It was a black truck. It was parked next to that tree right there.
Was it a 2-door or 4-door?
I want to say it was 4-door. It had like a bunch of stuff on the back, like, maybe it was tools and stuff like that. Like, oh, look.
Was it older or newer?
I couldn't really see. Maybe in between.
All right.
Wasn't super old, wasn't super new.
All right. We'll get back to that Dodge, but when you guys left, Sid was driving. Where did you guys drive to?
We drove to, we went to, first before, we went to, black, Sid had like a family member, I don't know if it was a family member or not, but it was another black guy. He took us over to, he drove over there.
Where is that at?
I'm thinking right now. It wasn't too far from the place. It was within a 3-mile radius. What was that road? I can't really remember. If I seen it, like I'd remember it. Like if I was in that.
Do you remember any landmarks there? Any businesses, schools, anything you saw that sticks out?
I can't off the top of my head. I knew, we were close, but we didn't go far.
Okay.
I knew we didn't. And we pulled in.
What did the house look like?
There were townhouses again. There were more townhouses. There weren't actual houses.
You never seen any cars outside?
Yeah, I mean, there was cars in the driveway.
Okay.
I can't remember which one. I don't want to say the wrong thing and then say
That's
yes or
fine.
no.
That's fine. Did you go inside the house?
No, I stayed in the car. I was passenger seat. He stayed driving. I stayed passenger, and Patrick was in the back.
One of the problems with witness statements is that no one knows that whatever they are seeing is going to be important later. People very rarely keep exact tabs on the movements of others, and sometimes, in an effort to remember, can create scenarios that didn't happen. Tournay's statement is probably more accurate, since he is willing to admit the parts that he is unsure about.
Okay, did anybody go inside the house?
That house that we stopped at?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's a black guy outside. I guess it was Sid's family. I want to say it was his brother or something. I don't know who it was. He had long dreads, like long, kind of like put back like this. It seemed like skinny, tall. He had a green shirt.
It's a green shirt?
He had a green t-shirt on with jeans.
And why'd you guys stop there?
I'm just kind of hoping to fucking keep living.
Did any conversation take place with the guy outside?
Sid said to the bad guy, it seemed like they were trying to get things straightened out. He's like, man, I guess Sid had told him, like, you know, what happened. And all
They told him what happened?
Yeah, I don't know if they told him what happened, but I'm sure he had an idea, like, you know, and Sid told me, he said, this is the guy that was with, that, you know, came there at the same time Hoyt did. He's like, if anybody gets in trouble for this shit, just know, see this face? Sid was talking about me. He's the one that told him. He said, kill him. Like, he basically killed me.
The guy outside said he'd be the one that killed you?
The guy, no, Sid said this.
Oh.
Like, you know, like...
Sid said whoever that was outside was going to kill you.
Yeah, he was talking to the guy, and I guess whoever he was, I don't know if it was his brother, I don't know if it was a friend, I just know it was a black guy. He said, if anything happens or anything goes up about this is the only other person I was here that would know. He'd be the one.
Okay.
And he was talking about me. And then Sid tried to make it a point to, like, say, like, you know, it seemed like Sid had done this before somehow. And he would say, he was just real calm. Like, he was too calm.
So what happened after? Anything else happened at the house?
The one we went to...
With the guy outside?
With that guy outside? Yeah, that was it. We sat there for about maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
Anywhere from between 10 to 20 minutes we sat there.
Did you go anywhere else after?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Patrick says, I need to go to, I don't know if he said girlfriend or not, but it had to be his girlfriend the way they were talking to each other, you know. Go to, there's a new, he goes, I need to go to Woodward Street real quick and get some stuff or do whatever, you know, whatever. So Sid drives, you know, those new apartments they just built. If you're on Brevard and you're going away from Tennessee Street, as you're on the big school apartments right there.
They're not brick, right? Are they brick or?
They're like different colors, all the different color ones. Barely know though. I guess Patrick was staying there because he got his girlfriend. But we parked next to the place. There's some people on the porch I really couldn't see because we didn't park in front. We kind of parked on the side, like the next building over.
How many buildings are there total?
Buildings as in,
I mean,
that place is big. It's the new.
so I'm saying, do you know where the apartment is that they went to?
If I was to get in there and see it, I mean, we drove in. I mean, if I'd have to.
Do you think if we drove you there, you could point out the apartment that they went to?
More than likely. I
Okay.
should be able to.
Okay. Did you go inside that
No,
apartment?
I never got out of the car at all.
Did anybody get out and go inside?
Patrick's the only one that got out of the car because that was supposedly his place. His girlfriend was there. There were some people on the porch that they were hanging, drinking. You know,
So did he go inside?
I think he went inside.
Did he
So
go-
and they made a comment to him, and because this is what they were saying. They were like, I guess his shirt had blood on it. Patrick's shirt had blood on it. And
You know the girl's name that he lives with?
she's 20, she was 25, that was 26. I know that because she kept talking about it. And I knew it.
Did you ever see her?
Did I ever see her?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Did you ever see the girl?
Yeah, the girl, she rode with us. She got into the car.
She got in the car?
Yeah, because it seemed like Sid was, like he didn't like that. Patrick made a decision, like, bring some girl in. And the girl said, weird, because the girl said to Sid, like, you know, she was a little drunk. She was like, I know what happened. Like, da-da-da-da. And Sid was like, you know, basically like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You know, but she didn't know what happened because I guess Patrick had to tell her. Someone had to tell her. I mean, she wasn't there.
Right. Did anyone ever say her name? Any reference to her name?
And I've never seen her before.
Okay. So she gets in, where did you guys go?
Driving. Oh, get in. They were talking about going to, Patrick was talking about, hey, I got a friend that we can go to. He's got plenty of land, you know, out there in the boonies. And they're from Monticello.
Tournay is suffering from shock, as evidenced by his rocking and yawning. The head injury probably isn't helping either, but he is denied treatment multiple times.
And when I keep Monticello, I think my parents' house, you know, because it's not too far. We kind of live on the outskirts, but my parents live by the Tallahassee Car Museum.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was, you know, I had told the guys earlier, I was like, man, I was like, you know, because I was saying anything would help me. Like, fuck, I'll give y'all money and give you whatever. They had already took all my money out of my pocket. They took my phones. They took everything, my wallet, my driver's license. That's what they said. They continue to say, like, we know where you fucking live. We know your fucking parents. And we will kill you and your family if you say anything. That's exactly what they said. And my mom's my world.
Mm-hmm. So they stop anywhere? Do they go to Jefferson County or Monticello, or?
We got to, I ended up, I don't know if they, but Sid ended up saying, like, I told him I'd give him money. This was earlier in the night after all this stuff, so I was all frantic and shit. And he said, like, during the car ride as we're going down 90, he's like, I'll take you up on that. I was like, what? He goes, how much money are you gonna bring me? I said, so I got about $400 in there or something. You know, so I'll bring it to you. And he just he agreed. And the whole thing in the back of my head, I was like, I was hoping they'd say, I hope they don't say, because they're going to do the body thing. And I was hoping they don't go do that first, because I'm figuring, if they're going out to the woods, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. That's what they're going to do. That's what I have them fearing. And he ended up, he said, I was like, you just want to stop at my house first? I said, well, I'll go ahead and get that for you. And I said, then we get, he said, yeah. So, you know, he pulls into, you know, Walden Road. That's where my parents stay at. And we're driving down the road, and I'm just like thinking, dude, like, what am I going to do? Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to walk me to the door? How's this going to be done? And I just said, hey, I didn't tell them my house, even though they have my driver's license and my address, because they even told me, plus they have it, because I don't have shit in my pockets, nothing. I said, there's my house, I can see it, because I know my neighborhood. I mean, we've lived there since '86.
What's the address?
1263 Walden Road.
Okay.
And as we're getting closer to my house, like probably a quarter mile, I'm just like, you know, I can see, you know, you can see, you know, I can see pretty far. I was like, hey, I was like, yeah, it's coming up right here, you know. I didn't want to tell them where I lived at, even though they pretty much knew. But I knew for that time being, I wanted to be safe. I was like, yeah, I want to make my mom safe. Because I know, you know, she's home. I know that she's home. Her and my dad switched because my dad went down to Daytona, and then my mom switched and came back, you know. Because my brother just got out of prison. He did like 8 years, and it was a big day. It was a big weekend for him, you know. And but I was like, as we passed the house, I was passing my house, like, that road right here, just take a left. And I'm kind of just going.
Do you know what road it was?
It's the road right next to my parents' house. It's my parents' house, Cordova.
Cordova. Right, so they turned down Cordova?
Cordoda. And Cordova is a very short street. It's probably about 40 yards long. And it's just a little roundabout. Boom, and it comes back. There's probably sits about six houses up there in the whole area. And I didn't know what I was debating. Yeah, I was debating in my head. I was thinking, I'm going to do this. And I just said, park right here. Like, you go to the roundabout, because you got a house, as it goes around to the, and then back, as it gets toward the end of the street, back to Walden. And I knew that there's a house right here that where they couldn't, like, if they stopped right here, I knew they couldn't really see me go to my actual house. And they just parked right there. And he's like, you gonna go get that? I was like, yeah, man, I'll go get it. He said, you got 5 minutes. You better be back in 5 minutes. And so I got in the car. I walked slowly, I had to get for something, you know, because the sidewalk leads to the front door. And they can't see after so long. As soon as I knew they couldn't see, I run to my house. And I know it's right next door, so I run. I'm beating on the door. Boom, 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 boom. And my mom finally, first I'm trying to knock it. I didn't know if they could hear from that. That's how scared I was. Like, I didn't know if they could hear it.
Tournay is still reliving those moments, and the whole thing probably doesn't seem real to him yet.
And eventually I could hear my mom like getting through and coming to the door. And she's thinking first, she's open. I'm just like, she'll tell you. I'm just like, get them, please, like, let me in. I don't know if they like maybe what if they saw me, what if they're gonna come boom. I don't know. And I went inside, and immediately first thing I do, I don't take a piss. I don't take a breath of air. Mom, and I'm trying to think how to say it, what to say. Like, this is what happened, and I gave her the whole. I told her everything. And as I'm telling her, she's like in the process. She's like calling 911. And she's like, yeah, call him. You know, fuck. Yeah, I said, and then she's talking to the officer, I guess, on the phone. I said, man, this shit's serious, man. Those dudes have guns. They just, you know, I mean, what the fuck? The dude just died. I mean, obviously they're not fucking off. And that was it. She called, we waited, and she wanted to keep going outside. My mom said, Mom, just get the fuck in the house, man. Get the fuck in the house. These people are not playing. The officer went by, I guess by herself, check things out. And she wanted to see to it. This, Mom, let them deal with this. That's their job. That's their job, not yours. I need you.
Do you know where in Monticello they're going?
I don't know. It's Patrick's friend.
Did they ever say his name or area, anything like that?
Never. It's Patrick's friend, though. It's supposed to be Patrick's people.
Okay. If we were to show you some pictures of some people, do you think you could pick out and identify Patrick and everybody?
Would it be an older picture of him, or would it be?
I don't know.
I mean, I should be able to. Yeah. Heck yeah.
You can pick out Patrick's girlfriend and Paige and all them.
Yes.
And Sid.
Yes, because the officer. When I thought about the name, I kept saying Josh the whole time. I don't know why I kept saying Josh Brooks. And I was riding back.
Well, how do you know him from jail? What was he in jail for?
Page, it was his name, but I kept saying Josh.
Yeah, what was he in for, you remember?
He had a pretty serious case, because I know he hired, I think, Don Humphrey, because, you know, we talked a little bit in there, and he was a pretty funny dude. Like, he would never, I would never have thought that he acts just like, this is him, like, when no one's around.
So did you know, and again, we just need the truth, given the severity of what's going on. Did you know Hoyt was trying to rob Paige? Did you ever hear anything
I had
about
no idea about any of the fucking thing. Any of it. I didn't have any idea.
Do you know if any of this had to do with dope?
I'm Rob. I mean, dope or money. I mean, either way.
Okay. And you didn't know. You just thought you were going to hang out.
I thought I was gonna go see Hoyt for a little bit because I told him I had to get to Dillon's. I said I gotta get, you know, I'm not gonna be here long. I said, bro, I'll come see you for a little bit, hang out.
Okay.
You know, maybe have like a beer or something.
So aside from that, though, you were only there because you knew Hoyt. You didn't know anyone else in that house. You haven't communicated with anyone else in that house.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, Hoyt told me.
So you've never communicated with anyone else in that house besides Hoyt? You were just there for Hoyt. Do you know how I can get in touch with, you said Jimmy?
Jimmy.
The guy who Hoyt showed up with in the Explorer.
I don't know, because I've never seen them before neither. Hoyt just usually uses because he didn't have a car.
Okay. What happened to DeAndre?
He was in the car, right? You know, and after like everything was straight, and after they lifted me off the ground, like they ended up putting masking tape around my face and everything, lifted my neck up, basically just like threatening me, like telling me like, dude, you fuck up, we're gonna kill you, you know?
Okay.
And
do they have gloves on?
yeah, they had gloves. I think I'm gonna say they had gloves. And I know, Paige had a bulletproof vest on. Because when he took off his shirt, I could see it, and he had a couple. It seemed like every person had 2 guns. It seemed like handhelds. I know I've at least seen 4 different handguns, at least 3 or 4 different handguns, revolvers to, you know, clips, and to shotgun, and then I seen like an actual like a rifle with the Tommy barrel on the bottom of it. No, because when I walked in, but DeAndre, I was like. Because then they started thinking probably like, well, damn, whose car is that? I was like, that's mine. It's my car. They're like, who's with you? Who's that dude with you? I said, that's D. I said, man, he's good people, man. He's always slow. He's like mid-40s, early 40s, you know, kind of calm looking. He's like, oh, well, you need to get, you know, they were thinking like contemplating, you got to get him out of here, you know, basically. And you're staying here with us because you saw every fucking thing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're, and,
When asked if he will be able to identify one of the people from a picture, Tournay is reasonably sure he will be able to do so.
He's like, they came to me and they're like, and they wanted to make sure that I was straight, like to go out there. I wasn't like, you know, and their story is, you're going to give these $60. He's going to take your car, he's going to go to the closest bar, and you're going to tell him that you will be there within an hour. Mm-hmm. You know, you're hanging, they got some girls back here, that was the whole thing, because it seems like you always use the girl thing. And as I went outside, you know, eventually after a while, they were like, you know, Paige goes, you know, if he runs, she tries to run, shoot him. So they had someone go there. They waited to get everything set. So got the dumpster right there in the driveway. There's an opening door. You couldn't see him unless you walk out the front door and see him, but stay right there. He's like holding his gun, like, if you, like, basically like, I'm this close to you, so if you try to do anything funny, we will shoot you, basically. Mm-hmm. Paige made sure that he put one on the roof, says if you run, shoot him. Shoot him, kill him. Finally, after everything got set up, I worked the Kurz. He's like, you got this? You good? I go outside. Paige had his girlfriend, you know. She's like, hey, you want to go with them? You want me to go with them? You know, I don't know if she's saying that to, like, maybe save me a little bit, too, because, you know, Paige probably wouldn't do nothing if his girlfriend was, you know, next to me or something. I don't know. We walked. I couldn't really see because of the glare from the, you know, the lights from the house. But as we got closer, he's not in the car. And then Jimmy in the Explorer pulls back up. You know, I guess he had left because it was taking so long, whatever. And you know, and he pulls up. And like as soon as we looked to see that D was not in there. I don't know, I was like, oh, what are we going to do now? I'm thinking, this doesn't look good for me because this guy's not here. He might have heard something, he might have ran, he could have just boom, and then next thing you know, let's just get rid of him. Because at that point, what would you consider? They had nothing to lose.
So what happened when the Explorer pulled back up?
They pulled back up, Jimmy was like, hey man, where's Hoyt, man? Tell Hoyt to come on out. They had no idea what was going on.
Was DeAndre with them?
No, he's gone.
Okay.
But I ended up talking to DeAndre. He caught a cab. He's like, hey, then what happened?
Mm-hmm. So what did Jimmy say?
Jimmy's like, tell Hoyt to come out here, man. Tell him he got to get his shit, man, because I guess he had a bag of stuff. I don't know what it was. It's like a little zipper, like a little school bag. He put pencils and stuff in with him. He's like, tell Hoyt to get his shit, man. And it was only me and Paige's girlfriend out, like right at the end of the driveway. And the rest of them, they were kind of towards the door, you know, the entranceway, around, you know, kind of mingling around there. And he said, man, tell him to get this shit, man. And we're like, man, he's, you know, I had to think of something quick because I'm not trying to get him to do. I don't know what could happen. These guys have guns. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously they're capable of fucking doing anything. If you got a fucking gun and they're more likely someone who's been in trouble before, they're obviously retarded. Because me personally, I've been in trouble too. I don't fuck with guns. Mm-hmm. I don't like them. he's basically saying you need to talk to Hoyt, you want to see him. And we're like, and my main thing was this, for me to stay safe, is make sure everybody else stays safe, you know? And he's like, I'll just give it to him, man. Fuck it, I'll just go give it to shit. I was like, look. And the girl kind of came up, was like, and there was a female, you know?
So where's that bag?
That bag, they put all his stuff in a black garbage bag. And the last place I seen it was outside the back door. They put all Hoyt's stuff in a bag, and they were going to burn it, like all the stuff. And they took all my stuff out of the car, and they were like, basically like cleaning my car out, it seemed like. They took all my stuff out of the car, like the plug-in, like the outlets to plug your phone charger. It's a three-way pink thing. I had a little Bluetooth speaker. Had 2 cords that run into the thing. Those ones a three-way, my bad. It was a 2-way regular one. And it had 2 cords going into it to charge your phone. They brought all that inside and just left it on the couch. I'm like, God damn, this seems like they set me up. Like, you know, or something. And that's the last place I saw my stuff. That's the last place to put Hoyt's, all the belongings were in that big trash bag. They were trying to clean things up. And they were all kind of like weird. You can tell like everybody was like unsure of everybody, it seemed like, you know? All I'm saying is, I just need a cigarette, man. I need a cigarette.
Alright. Can you think of anything else right now?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
But I mean, like basically, and then Jimmy says, well, why don't you want me just to give it to you? He was talking to Paige's girlfriend, a female. And she's like, yeah. And so she takes it and then brings it inside. And then, so just tell him to call me, man. Tell him then he talked to him.
Over the course of the interview, the words have begun to flow more easily for Tournay. He is still very much affected, but there is also a sense of relief at being able to get everything out.
Okay.
Because I guess those 2 people were the people that were supposed to rob all of.
They were supposed to be in the robbery?
When they were talking amongst each other, they're like, oh yeah, he's trying to rob us, They were saying like Hoyt, you know? Because I guess they peeped wind of it before it actually happened, and then they switched on the whole Hoyt, basically.
Okay.
And I'm just some fucking dude that, and they said, like Sid said, Sid was like, he's probably going to use you as a lure. Like Hoyt was using me as a lure to bring me in. I don't know what's for or whatever, but just to get in the house or whatever. I'm not really sure, but that's what he was like saying.
Okay. So if you think anything else, I'll be back in and talk to you. I'm going to step out real quick. And do you have cigarettes on you?
No, man. I told Mom, I said, make sure you stay close, man. Mom, I don't want you here.
Let me see if she's downstairs, and I'll be back with you, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Huh?
I'm Peter.
I'm sorry, not Peter, Patrick.
Okay.
Alright. So what I want to do is, I have no idea who Patrick is, or don't really have a whole lot to do with this investigation at this point. So I'm going to show you what you need, and if we need to go back to them again, we can. Alright. No.
The only time I met Patrick, as I knew him, because we were in the county together.
Yeah.
And that's the only time. No. And when I met him, like he was clean shaved.
Yeah.
He had really short hair, like you do.
Yeah.
And then when I seen him today, because I hadn't seen him since the county. I mean, he had like hair like a white hippie almost, like beard and everything. Oh. Doesn't look like him. I mean, the only visuals I have of him was when I was in the county and the way he looks now.
Alright,
So
well,
it is
keep going. Mistake.
That's the difference on him. That's like old redneck red. That's not him.
You want to go through them again?
We can.
Okay.
It looks like the guy from the Twilight show.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I didn't even recognize him until, like, after. I seen him rush in. He was the one that got the shit out of my pocket and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize, I didn't recognize him until, minutes ago, maybe an hour ago. Finally, I was able to look. I was like, damn, I was in the county with these two dudes.
Yeah.
See, I just don't like him. His eye's not like that. It's not lazy. He just looks... I don't see how you'd have hair like that anyways. His hair's not even that color.
No, that's not, definitely.
They hit me. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since the times that I've met him, which was in the county and today, I've never seen him smile. And I mean...
No.
They have brought Tournay photos to look through, but he is unable to say whether or not the man in the picture is one of the ones that attacked him.
It's just weird trying to see him. Like, when I see him, his hair was probably this short, just clean shaven, and today he looked completely different.
Yeah.
Like a whole other person. I mean, his hair, he had long, big hair, like he just let it grow.
Yeah.
And then his hair was long. It was like he was like a white dude was trying to get dreads or something. I'm trying to picture because of the moles. I don't think so. He just doesn't have that weird goofy
Yeah, I think you looked at that one.
Yeah, that's redneck type dude.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one, man. He always had a face like that. Like, he was always mad about something, it seemed like. But, I mean, it just, I mean, for me, they don't...
You can't say that's him. I'm just saying you can't say it's him or not. I mean, it's...
No. I don't think his nose is built like that. Like, you get like a Facebook picture or something where...
And stuff like that, all has DNA in it.
Right.
So if I was to touch you with my hand on your shirt, my DNA is going to be on you.
Right.
What I want to do is, I need to know where you were touched. If they touch you with a glove, obviously you're not going to have the sweat and the oils and stuff on your hand. If someone touched you with their bare skin, we can get DNA off of that. Did anybody touch you with their bare skin? Are you 100% sure they had gloves on? Did anybody punch you or anything like that?
They didn't have gloves at the beginning.
Okay.
It seemed like after he was down, then they started putting on gloves.
Right. Well, when they were attacking you, did they only hit you with a gun? Did they hit you with their fists or something else?
Well, Paige hit me with the gun.
Mm-hmm. Did anybody push you down? Did anyone
He had his feet against because my mom says you could see, when I took off my shirt, the officers could see that. I was like, what does it look like? Does it look like a shoe imprint? And my mom said it looked like a shoe imprint on you.
Okay.
And then he would stick the barrel of the gun, he was as hard as he could, like on it. Like
nobody touched you with their hands?
Not that I can remember.
Okay.
But at the same time, if so, take it, you know.
Did you ever scratch anybody or anything?
Not that I know of.
Well, here's the deal, man. Obviously, and the like you said, you watch those ID shows and everything. You're not in any trouble, but anything on you may have some evidence on you that's going to help tie everything in. So there's going to be some crime scene guys, like I said, they want to take pictures of your head. I didn't know, but they'll probably take pictures of your back and your chest, see if there's any other injuries. And I don't know, you probably didn't scratch anyone, just to be safe. They may just take some scrapings and just, clip your nails, just in case there's any.
Whatever y'all can get from them, more, hell yeah, get it.
All right, well, they're going to come in and let you know. I just want to make sure you're good with that.
Because they were telling me to wipe my hands off because before I went outside to go make sure T was okay, to make sure, hey, look. They were telling me to wipe mine because wipe the blood off. We don't want him to see it.
It'll still be there, so they're going to get that from your hands. Okay. Last thing they get is a buccal swab. It's just a swab of the inside of your mouth. That's so we have a copy, the sample of your DNA to rule out because we know what your involvement was. Yeah. So if we find a piece of evidence and your DNA is on it, we can explain why your DNA is on it. If we didn't have it and we found DNA, then we're like, oh, we got to find out who this is. That's just going to be easier for us to eliminate you. All right?
Yes, sir.
Are those the clothes you were wearing last night?
Yes, the officer made sure that he told me to put these back on.
All right.
All right, Peter. What I ask you to do is just stand up.
Yes, sir.
If you can, just stand up against the back of that wall. All right. What we're going to do. All right, we'll do that in just a minute. Let's start with your arms.
Even if Tournay doesn't remember being touched without gloves, there's still a possibility that DNA will be discovered. They also need to document his injuries so they can get a better idea of exactly what happened.
Turn around for me. Mm-hmm. And kind of, but just keep your head just like that. Mm-hmm. And if you can for me, with your hands, pull back on your hair.
There it is. Mm-hmm. All right, that's good. Hold your head up a little more. There you go, right there, perfect.
I can feel it draining when I get it.
No, it's not running right now. All right, you can let your left hand go. And no. All right. Did you get them?
All right, we'll do that in just a minute. Let's start with your arms first. We'll do your right arm first, okay? If you will for me, just turn your hand just like that. Just keep your hand as perfectly still as you can.
Come over the top a little more and get the direct 90. There you go. There you go.
All right. Right. Left hand. Good. All right. Now, if you will, just take your shirt off.
Be careful.
Hold on. Because we just want.
There's blood on my shirt too, I think.
Okay.
That looks like.
Yeah. All right. Now take that shirt off. I just want to show that we're taking each.
Okay, I got it.
Marks or injuries up there. All right, if you will, just turn around for me.
This part's on the ground. Have you seen the imprint? The officer said he's seen somebody who's at the house. I think there's a foot on me. Hold me down with that and the gun.
Will you hand me a cup of water and I'll get him some more water?
Um,
I'm sorry, if you'll let me step back out real quick, I'm sorry. You left your shorts until, I'll get you some fresh water, everybody, okay?
Yes, sir.
Leave those shorts until they get more clothes. Okay, all right.
you got some?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got some. What else you want to get these? Did you get
Yeah, I want to get these.
When you get that right there, see it right there? Just stand, you put your arm straight for me. Some moles.
Okay.
Make sure you don't wash that out. Right there, okay, good.
Okay, I'm marking that one.
It's just like a,
Tournay is covered in injuries, so they have quite a bit to document. It is almost a certainty that his blood will be found at the scene, and it will have to be separated from that of Hoyt.
yeah, it's not even that, it's more of an abrasion. Did you get these?
See his foot.
Anything on your legs or?
This looks like some kind of nail.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe when I was pressing
It's
the
all right,
ground.
stand just like that, that's perfect. He's got an angle for you.
Okay. Anything on your right leg?
Okay. Stand back over there. Now, if you want to, he can turn around and place his foot on that, and you can.
Number 37.
Damn it.
All right, the buckles. Let's do those before we get some more.
name, girlfriend, tattoos.
I just don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't.
Hey man, can you think of anything else about Patrick that you knew about him when you were in jail with him? Like even what his last name started,
I know that he had to go to. I know that he had to go to Wakulla County Jail, and he was waiting to get transferred over there.
He was a trustee. He was waiting to go to Wakulla.
Yes.
Can you remember his last name? What his last name started with? Middle name, girlfriend, tattoos.
I just don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't.
It doesn't matter. We're just trying to find a name. I mean, spitball. Started with an M?
McCann? I don't know.
McCann?
McCann. I don't even know why I said that.
You wonder if he has any tattoos?
Yes, he does.
What do you have?
Like a tribal, kind of like from here.
On his shoulder?
Yeah, you can see it because he had a tank top on.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see like the tribal like right here. I don't know how far it goes here, but I know that I could see it from like here.
Was he heavy?
No.
Skinny?
Yeah.
Muscular?
Muscular, average build.
Was he tall, short?
He's probably 5'10".
What color hair do you have?
It was like a dirty blonde, like a dusty blonde almost. It was kind of long, just because he was letting it grow out like a person with dreads would do or something.
You ever talk about having a girlfriend, anything like that?
Him?
Yeah.
We went to his supposed. I think it was his girlfriend's.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah. Okay. If you think anything else, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Tournay gives enough details that they should be able to find this person, and he would probably be able to recognize him in a lineup. During the trial, each of the accused said that there had been no plan for Burge to be murdered and that the shooting was an accident. Paige Vowell was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison. All 4 men were found guilty of 2 counts of false imprisonment. Howard and Moraine were found guilty of theft, while Briggs was found guilty of assault. The 5th defendant, Vicky Strickland, was found not guilty of accessory after the fact.